Hi, this is Kevin Cook. Thanks for coming back to Heavy Construction Equipment Podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about do not keep old heavy equipment for long. Sell it off. And again, this episode has been sponsored by me. If you're looking for good, used, quality equipment, then come to my website at www.heavyequipmentguy.com or call me at 817-733-3799. All right, here we go into the podcast. To expect a resale value of a used commodity is not wrong, but if you expect to get good price on that item, then that has nothing left in it. You may become highly disappointed. Again, the value is perception. It's what the other person's willing to pay for that item. You got to remember that. You might have it listed for $75,000, but you might only get $60,000. So you got to pay attention to the reality. When it comes to heavy equipment, you will also come across people who do not believe in buying new items. They then see the profit in buying old machines and renovating them and make them look new. In this way, they get the heavy equipment at a cheaper price, but these guys or gals do not buy the machines that are extremely old and absolutely no use. You can't do any modifications on them, nor are you capable for installing any modern features. It is just scrap and it needs to be rebuilt all over again. This means that the seller, if tries to sell such item, will get nothing but peanuts. Number one, list it in an auction site. There are plenty of online websites that deal with auctioning heavy equipment and its parts. You can select one such which is popular with people and list your heavy equipment out there. Please do mention the model, the year, and when it was made, and also hour meter, a little bit of everything on there. Mention as much as you can for your machine to sell. To mention about the recent changes that you have made in the machine. For instance, if you painted the machine or you replace any critical part of that needs to be stated, like if you install a new engine, that will help sell it faster. The members of the site should know about the improvements that you made on the machine. It will only help them gain confidence on you and your product. Next, sell it to a friend or amongst your peers. This perhaps is the safest way to sell your heavy equipment. Your friend might have a need for the equipment and he or she has a lower budget. You can help him by selling your stuff at a lesser price. In this way, you do not have to hang around looking for a buyer when one is next to you. And again, if you sell it in an auction, you have to pay fees, and the person that buys it has to pay fees. So this is a good way to save money if you can sell it to someone you know. Let your friend inspect the machine, and if he likes it and finds it worthy, he will make an offer. Or she, you never know. However, if they offer to them to buy quite an old model, he or she might not show any interest. For that matter, nobody will show any interest if you sell your machine that are way back in time. They need machines that can support modern technology and are also less expensive. And lastly, sell it to a heavy equipment workshop. If you do not get a buyer for your heavy equipment, you can sell it to a guy or gal who runs a heavy equipment workshop or company. They might be interested in buying it, but they will not be ready to pay the price that you expect. Ideally, these guys are the last option for people to go for, and also know that they are willing to buy it for a lesser price so they can either rent it out or flip it or sell it. Ideally, these guys are the last option. If you have really do away with your machine and getting any takers, then you have to take this option as rather than selling it to scrap. These guys will anyway pay you more than a scrap dealer. Again, they will, but there's always other options out there. You can list it anywhere. There's always options for your heavy equipment. Again, if you got any questions, give me a jingle, 817-733-3799. Thank you, and God bless.